Hello and welcome to another How to Go Fast video. Now, I don't claim to be the fastest rider in the world, however, I do think most riders under British Championship level will find my videos useful. The footage you're about to watch was taken from my one and only trip to Cartagena, which was in February this year. I'm riding a Yamaha R6, it's got a standard 13,000 mile road bike engine with 1647 gearing. If you haven't been to Cartagena before, then I would suggest going to watch my mini series, which shows you a little bit about what happens away from the track and what you'd expect when you get there. The link should be appearing on the screen just now. So without further ado, let's crack on. On the approach to turn one, don't worry about letting the bike wander towards the middle of the track down the straight. As you get towards the braking zone, start to move towards the left, as we don't want to be steering once we get on the brakes. The braking marker that I use is a dark patch of tarmac right across the track, just about here. Turn one is an uphill braking zone, which means you really can get on the brakes hard. As you turn the bike in and you approach the top of the crest, the curb on the right hand side will come in to meet you. By the time you get to this point, you need to have significantly reduced your brake pressure, as you're going to let the bike run wide, but you're on quite a high lean angle. Once you've let the bike run wide, you should be very close to the curb on the left hand side. Now, don't be afraid to hang around at the outside of the track for a little period of time. It's going to feel like you're out there too long, but as with a lot of corners at Cartagena, it's all about getting the late apex, and turn two is no exception. By having a late apex at turn two, it's going to allow you a nice wide entry through turn three, which again is a late apex. We're now accelerating hard away from turn three and the chicane is fast approaching. My technique through here is to use some of the left-hand curb, but none of the right-hand curb, and that enables you to get on the power around the neck. We're getting on the throttle hard and we're not scared to let the bike run wide. When you get to the first white mark on the inside of the track, you need to start bringing the bike over to the right-hand side. This enables you to get on the brake at the second white mark and brake in a straight line. When you get on the brakes, try and stand the bike up straight. Now, you're not going to be able to get it stood all the way up, but you're also at this point not thinking about trying to turn the bike, you're just trying to stand it up and get on the brakes. Again, this corner, which is sort of a hairpin bend, is a late apex, and you can see that by the fact that the curb doesn't start until probably halfway around the corner. If you try and carry too much speed around this corner, you'll never make the apex, you'll run wide, and consequently it'll sacrifice the next corner, which is a left-hander. As you go around the left kink, you'll see the second white line, that's your brake marker. Get on the brakes there, but again, as with the previous corner, you need to brake in a straight line, so initially don't worry about trying to turn into the corner. Another corner, another late apex. You can see here the clipping point is right at the end of the curb, ideally at the green. It's slightly off camber coming out here, so it really pays to get the bike turned before you get to the exit, and that way you can stand the bike up and drive out hard. This corner is going to seem a little bit scary on your first couple of sessions probably, and that's because you can't see where the curb is on the left-hand side. Initially, you're going to be turning too early and end up on top of it, so just take your time for the first couple of sessions. I would say the right hand that follows is a double apex. You try and clip the curb as soon as it appears, and then let the bike run wide mid-corner, bringing it back towards the curb on the exit so you can again get a straight drive down to the following left. The following corner is a little bit more conventional. The downhill run from the previous corner means that you have a good bit of speed, but there's nothing tricky going on here. Just approach it like any other corner. The next corner is a little bit like the previous right, in that we look for the apex or the clipping point to start with, and then we let the bike run wide mid-corner before trying to get the latest possible apex. Again, as you come out of here, you go over a crest and the back end gets light. You'll end up with a back tyre dancing all over the tarmac. So it would be easy to high side yourself out here, which makes it super critical that you get a very late apex. As we come towards the end of the lap, we've got two real corners. Now, when I get to the kink, I use this as my braking marker. From this point, I try and stand the bike up nice and straight so I can get on the brakes with some relative aggression. Also, at the same time, this helps open up the last left-hander of the lap. This corner, again, is a late apex, and on the lap in question, I didn't do such a good job of apexing it late. Again, it's all about getting to the apex late and having already turned the bike to give you a straight exit. Here we are, just one corner to go, and we've completed the lap. As with recurring themes here, we're going to try and clip the curb initially, run the bike wide mid-corner, turn it mid-corner, and then fire it out, a little bit like a 1000cc line, but I think this line applies to all bikes. congratulations. If you've got this far, you're probably going to complete a lap of Cartagena. Now, don't forget on the straight to slide your bum back in the seat, which will help you get in a more aerodynamic position and really stretch those cables. Now let's see what our lap looks like at full speed. Thanks for watching the video, and I hope you found it useful. Now, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel, and let me know in the comments how you get on at Cartagena, and be sure to check out these other cool vids.